Hi friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Point. This is Lokesh and today we are going to discussing about looping statements in TypeScript. What are the loop statements are presented means while loop, do while loop and for loop. And also we have for break and continue. These are the things we have in our loop statements. Okay. Why these loop statements means we have 100 values in one particular variable and we need to run that entire things, or you need to print only for 10 numbers. That moment we can able to use for these looping statements means any one of one variable contain a group of values, and that group of values you have to display or you want to get, you can able to get or display anyone. You can do it for this by using for loops and do while loop and while loop. And break statement and continue statement, if you break some condition, you want to break the condition, once the particular condition is satisfied, you have to break out of that. You don't want to execute after satisfy the condition, then we can able to use and break. uh, and some sort of some condition place, there is a one condition is presented, you want to that particular condition location, if it is comes, you want to jump out of that and need that particular value, then remaining values you have to execute, then you can able to use for continue. Okay, how we can able to achieve, here we can able to see. Now I'm going to use for loops.ts. Okay, and here we can able to start for a small exercise about for while loop. Okay, and we'll see for one by one. Yeah. Sorry, while loop. Here I can able to declare for where I equal to I colon number, then equal to 10. Okay, this is my variable and I want to display for all the values. Now see, here while is the condition, and here I'm going to make the condition I is greater than or sorry less than or equal to 10. Then you can able to close, like you can able to print that particular console. What value you need to print? I value. Okay, but if you provide like this, if you provide like this, what will happen? Every time I become 10 only, I become 10 only, right? It will not be display. Sorry, it is not 10, we need to 1. Sorry, 1, where 1 equal to number 1. Okay, the number I need to reach to up to 10. If you have mentioned this one, the for loop, what will happen? Every time it will become a 1. I every time 1 only. It will be endless loop. Endless loop. If it is rotating endless loop, it is very complicated to manage. Correct? Then how we can able to do it? Means after the end we need to make it for I plus plus. I plus plus. If you make this I plus plus, what will happen? It's a post increment. It is a post increment. It will increment for every time. Okay. If you do it this particular one as a compilation, tsc space dot loops dot ts, then compile the file first, then we can to execute this particular file js. Oh, endless loop. Oh, sorry, I am not saved this one. Control C. If you want to stop this execution, then you need to use for Control C. After I provide I plus plus semicolon, this after that I'm not saved the file, that's why it is executed endless loop. Okay, just you can able to use one more time for compilation, then run it. Now you can see 10 values are displayed here, 1 to 10. See, 1 to 10 values are displayed here. Okay, this way we can able to rotate it. Okay, even if you want to increment two values, if you want to increment two values, we can able to increment. How means you can able to use for 2 equal to 2. If you do it like this, what will happen? You have to use it here also 2. Okay, you have to use it 2 here. Then you need to compile it first. See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It is showing like this. And if you mention 1 and save and run it, now see 1 to 9 it is displayed. Like this we can able to even and odd numbers also we can able to do it, and even we can able to do it for number printing. Okay, and if you want to decrementing order, if you want to display value become decrementing is nothing but you mention for number I number as a 10 to 1 value you want to display, then how you can able to display, and here we can able to commenting this one. Okay, now what I can do here, while I'm going to mention number as a 10. Okay, now here I greater than or equal to 10. Okay, not is greater than, it is become we are going to use for decremental order, right? Less than 0. If less than 0, then you can able to use for console.log to print your I, and then you need to decrement now. Now you are going to do for decrement, not increment. It's a decrement. You can able to print like this. If you mention this one, it will comes to 10 to 1 value. Now you can see 10 it is started, 1 is ended here. If equal to means 0 also it will display. Okay, this is increment and decrement operations wise. Okay, and we have another condition which is do while loop. Do while loop. Same location I can able to go ahead and see. Now do while is basically what will happen. Previous the while condition what will happen, here we are used for condition, right? Once we check the condition, then we are going to inside of the loop. Now do while will what will happen, without checking it will go for inside, it will do the operation, then it will check the condition. Means if the value is equal or not equal, it is not a mandatory. If it is equal also, it will go inside. If it is not equal also, it will go inside. Means the first one value, it must be printed. If you are not provide anything, the value is presented or not. If it is not presented, it will show something error. If presented means at least it will click at least one time, it will go for inside the loop. It will not stop it. I'm going to make it for 1 here again. Do is the first condition, and here we can directly console.log, and I'm going to mention for I value. Okay, then I every time I'm going to incrementing. Okay, then we are going to do for here while, and I'm going to check for the I is greater than or equal to 10. There is a condition. Here what will happen? If it is checks, if it is not checked also it will goes. If I mention 10 now here, I'll mention for 11. Comparing to 10, we'll mention for 11. Okay, if the value is 11, what will happen? Now 11 is printed, but it is not printed for remaining thing, because what will happen, 11 is already greater than 11 or 10, right? Then it will not do for any operation, but it is executed one time. At least one time it will execute. Okay, if you mention 1 now, now you can see 1 to 10 values it is presented. Even we can able to decrement also, we can able to do it. How we done for while loop, right? At the similar format we can able to do it for decrement as well. If I use minus minus, if I'm going to use for greater than 10, 0, and here I'm going to mention for 10. Now 10 to 1 it will come. Now 10 to 1 value. It's a decremental format. Okay, and then we have another concept called for loop. For loop, how for loop can work, now we done for two formats. One is first writing the condition, then you can go for inside and increment, and then again rotate. First we initialize the value, then we done for the condition, then we incremented. These are three operation we done for one after one. We are not done for one row. But in for loop, what will happen? We will do for all the things into one line. How means we can able to var I colon number, okay, number equal to 1, semicolon, I is greater than or equal to 10, okay, I plus plus. Now you can see all the things are in one place. In a previous, what will happen, we are using first initialization of variable, then we are going to check the condition, then we are going to do for increment. While loop place, and do while loop place, what we done, first we initialize the variable, then we go for inside and incremented value, then we go for next for condition checking. Now we are doing for all the things into one place. I'm going to mention for I. Now you can see 1 to 10 values. Even decrement also we can able to do it. For decrementing, we can able to use it for same condition. Just one small change, which is 10 here, and here we can able to use a less than, and we can able to use for 0, and here is minus minus. Now you can save and you can run it. See, all the values are printed, right? Like this we can able to, sorry, here 1 I mentioned, that's why it is not comes for 1. If you mention 0, it will comes to up to 0 place. Okay, this is a one condition. We saw about while loop, do while loop, and for loop. Now we remaining, there are two conditions. One is break and another one is continue. In a for loop, I want to break one value. What I want to break it here, here I can able to use it. If I is equal to 4 or 5, any one value. Okay, if that particular location comes, then break it. Means next value you should not execute it. Okay, now I'm going to printing here I. If it is not there, it can do it. Otherwise, if the condition is satisfied, the I value is come to 5, then what all the values are present after the 5 don't display or execute. You can stop there itself. Okay, If you are using for continue now, what will happen? Continue. If I is equal to 5. Okay, equal to 5 and continue. Okay, then you can print the value outside the if condition. What it is says that if it is comes to up to 5, the condition is satisfied, then don't show that particular condition. What all the values are present after the 5 or before 5? Before 5, what all the values are presented? Execute it and display. And after 5, what all the values are display are presented, just display it. Except that particular condition value. Except that particular condition value, except that remaining all the things you should execute. Like that we can able to say. Okay. Now I'm compiling. Now I'm running. Okay, it is getting bit confusion. I hope it. First, I'll comment this. We have only one. I hope it. Yes, one only. First compile, then run. Now you can see 1 to 5. The break is saying that 1 to 5. You can once the 5 it is reached. Once the 5 is reached, jump out of that. Don't print all anything. Don't print anything. Just come out of that. Okay. Now here itself I will add it for continue. Just continue button function. Just continue. Then you can able to use it for here now. Compile. Every time we need to do for compile and run. First we need to compile ts file to Java file. Then you have to do it. You can see here 1 to 4 is printed. The 5 we are expecting the condition 5 is not presented. Then 6 to 10 values are printed. Means it is stopped the execution for that particular value. Then remaining what all the values are presented, that particular values are executed. This is a main advantage about for continue. Okay, I hope it this entire loop statements you understand. Okay, thank you for watching and please do subscribe and comment on this video and like my video. Thank you.